Okay, so today we're talking about Dave Chappelle, and he has some insights on why he walked away from so much money. So let's take a look.
But one thing I did want to say, and one thing today just made me think about, for all the things that I've done, I'm most renowned for what I didn't do. I've made decisions in my career that a lot of people have called insane. 2004, had a $50 million deal on the table, and in a crisis of conscience, flipped the table over and walked away. Went to South Africa. Everyone said I was running away from the money. That is not true. In fact, I still want that money. The idea that I wanted to just share with you guys is the idea that sometimes you do what you think is best, whether anybody understands it or not. I heard a story about my father where someone told me he used to do statistics for a company in D.C. The company he did statistics for started doing business with the South African government, so he quit his job. It's caused a lot of problems between him and his wife. It's hard for a man when he can't provide for his family the way he wants to, and he suffered through it. And a generation later, when I had my crisis of conscience, I was able to go to a free South Africa and get away from the heat. This idea that what you do in your lifetime informs the generations that comes after you is something I keep thinking about, something that is so much bigger than just ourselves. And today I'm standing in front of you guys, and I know you guys are like, oh, I know you're bored. But I see family of mine in the front row some who I've never met, and I just realize how all of us are connected. That my great-grandfather built something more substantial than buildings. He built a community, and he built, more importantly than a community, he built a way. You know, so I'm very grateful. Very grateful. Hello, police.
So he's speaking at Allen University, so a school. But what I just wanted to go over, he says hi to a cop. He says, hello, police. Hold on. I got to rewind this. This idea of what you do in your lifetime informs the generation that comes after. And it reminds me a lot about Chadwick Boseman and what he said during his commencement speech about how you sometimes have to make hard decisions to benefit the people that come after you, even if you don't get to necessarily reap those benefits. And that's like, it seems to be a common theme when people are confronted with something that doesn't necessarily like agree with them. But like for him, for instance, was like that $500 million deal in 2004. And then for Chadwick Boseman, it was acting as a guy. Million. Oh yeah, 50 million. But it's like
with no guarantee that you're gonna do better. No guarantee that you're not gonna get blacklisted.
Yeah,
ironic they call it. But
it's such an incredible thing.
It's a much more riskier thing when you're like in his position, because the way they call it insane is you might be ruining your career.
Yes, and he saw his dad.
Just money that's on the table. It's your ability to make more later. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that they might be trying to crush, and it's like, what? You're willing to risk that? Just come on, just take the money, just go.
Yeah, and
get today tomorrow.
And see how he's had to see his own dad go through that, where his dad had a crisis of conscience about working for the statistic company in DC that did business with South Africa during apartheid.
Yeah,
Anyways,
knowing the news coming out of there, is he okay with helping? Like,
and
the
you
economy that's so screwing over a whole group,
right. And you look at
take part in it.
Even like Edward Snowden, who had to make like a conscious decision to become a whistleblower and to like run away. It's like, how do you make moral decisions even though you know it's going to cost you? Right,
Probably
that's
slightly suicidal.
yeah, he's like, people call me insane, and but it's interesting because like they're not insane. Their logic just isn't completely developed, processed yet, but they know what they want, and that's not it.
Yeah, and it's not what's already laid out before them.
Mm-hmm.
They're people who will not follow a script because there's no script laid
Yeah.
out for them yet.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep
And
going.
it's good. That's yeah, but it's hard to do that.
Very grateful. Hello, police. I just saw him saying, you know what I mean? He's standing over like, so this is what black people talk about.
It's always so funny. Oh, it's always on. I know, but still, it's like so natural.
I just want you guys to remember, you know, that right now there's this thing where ethics aren't what they used to be. This idea that people are trying to replace the ideas of good and bad with better or worse. And that is incorrect. You gotta keep your ethics intact
I'm just
because
not them.
good and bad is a compass that helps you find the way. And a person that only does what's better or worse is the easiest type of person to control. They are a mouse in a maze that just finds the cheese. But the one who knows about good and bad will realize that he's in a maze.
So that's interesting. The person that only does better or worse is the easiest type of person to control because
You
and I
just take
think-
them step by step.
no, yeah, you only offer them binary.
Breadcrumbs.
If you only offer them binary, better or worse, you know what decision they're going to make is obviously better. And so for him, I think for Dave Chappelle, his only option from that binary yes or no option was to walk away. And he's looking at, he's not looking at his career in terms of like what's better or worse for my career. I think he's looking at what's good for me overall.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the empowering thing about making your own decisions is that you have the third option of just walking away.
That being said, I just hope that all of you guys transcend whatever you see as your obstacles and that you live outstanding lives and that you stay connected to your communities because you have so much power there and that you grow your communities and you diversify your communities and that you don't let anybody tell you you can't or to be afraid. It's okay to be afraid because you can't be brave or courageous without fear. The idea of being courageous is that even though you're scared, you just do the right thing anyway. So in 2004, I walked away from $50 million, and in November, I made a deal for $60 million. So,
Took some time, but he got there.
although I am not the most famous comedian of my time,
Of that same year.
I would like to know what their great-grandfathers did. I'm very proud today.
The hardest thing to do is to be true to yourself, especially when everybody is watching. Dave Chappelle. Man, he could be a legitimate motivational speaker. Like he writes so well. Like you can't be brave or courageous without fear. It's like, oh yeah, absolutely. And he's like saying it's okay to be afraid. But the last thing I wanted to go on was his last message that you
I was
have.
like, where the hell did that guy get the balloons, though? Sorry.
No, that's his third. Yeah, right. So he outlines how people have potential to impact their communities. And I thought that was a similar message to something I heard from Steve Jobs. And so let's take a look at that clip.
If you're a mouse in a maze, chew your way through the walls. I'm just kidding. Go over the walls.
So the thing I would say is when you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way it is and your life is just to live your life inside the world, try not to bash into the walls too much, try to have a nice family life, have fun, save a little money. But life, that's a very limited life. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. and you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use. And the minute that you understand that you can poke life and actually something will, if you push in, something will pop out the other side, that you can change it, you can mold it. That's maybe the most important thing, is to shake off this erroneous notion that life is there and you're just going to live in it, versus embrace it, change it, improve it, make your mark upon it. I think that's very important. And however you learn that, once you learn it, you'll want to change life and make it better, because it's kind of messed up in a lot of ways. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again.
Yeah, that was Steve Jobs and Dave Chappelle talking about, I guess, Dave, why he walked away from the money. But like the reasons why he was doing it is because I think he was just seeking something better for himself that was outside of that like box that they made for him to like to be in, to like perform for them.
Yeah, just not to do something you don't want to do.
Yep.
I'm going to say no.
I mean, but that's the thing. It's like, if you feel like you're trapped, to get out, you just have to know that you have the power to get out, and you have the power to do anything like you want. You just have to want to do it.
Yeah, but I guess that's...
I know. It's easier said than done, but, two very different guys from different industries have done it. And so it's like, you can do it too. I guess that's our exhortation. And remember to take... Oh, yeah. If you like... Do you have anything else?
Oh, no.
If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments how much you liked it. Or if you have any questions or suggestions, let us know. Don't forget to take your coronavirus prevention infection medicine, CBD. It's coronavirus infection medicine. I just said it. Oh, my God. I'm so high. All right, guys. If you don't have buds, we're your buds. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.